Guys, it's me again. Uh, as you know, it's 9 after 9:30, and we're just 24 hours away from. I'm not gonna spoil anything out of respect. Anything can happen in the match. Uh, I'm not sure how it's gonna. I'm not sure how it's gonna end because, like I said, it's gonna be epic. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be intense. All the matches are gonna be intense. So we're gonna start off with a lady, Tony Storm versus Athena. Uh, Tony Storm is a huge, a big star in for the women's division right now, and I think, and Athena is still the longest ROH Women's Champion in history, and I think she might cash. I think she might cash in her contract to win the Women's World Championship, but I think Tony Storm can win. I think Tony Storm might retain, and yeah, I'm not sure how it's gonna end, but we'll see. Next we have Swerve versus Okada. Uh, both men are like big stars in the EW right now. But Okada is a big star in Japan, and the Swerve is a big star in AEW. And I know that I know Swerve can pull off. I think Swerve can pull off a big win by defeating Okada for the international championship. And but I think Okada has been dominant recently. I know he recently won the championship, won that by defeating Kenny Omega, and I ain't gonna lie, but we'll see how it goes. But I think, yeah, but both men are gonna show a big match, but we'll see. Next we have Nigel McGuinness versus Zack Saber Jr. As you know, I know that he recently won the G1 the first guy Jimmy to win the G1 climax in, I believe, I think I know now Nigel McGuinness has been retired for quite some time, but I think some people want him back in the ring, and I don't know. Like I said, we'll see what happens, but I think Saber Jr. might take that win. All right, the next we have the lights out steel cage match between Team AEW and the Death Raiders. I enjoyed the Death Raiders for quite some time, and I just think I ain't gonna lie, the Death Raiders has been the most dominant faction in AEW, and now that we got Darby Allin back, and he got some help of his own, and but we'll see how that cage match, lifestyle cage match, will turn out. Because anything can happen. I'm happy to see Darby Allin back, and I think that's gonna be a banger of a match too. I know we got another women's match, but I think Mercedes might take that one because I know she recently lost one of her titles, but we'll see how that goes. I know that I know we got Christian Cage and no Christian Cage and Kobe go against the Prodigy. With Nick Wayne was recently injured, but I mean that Luchasaurus is back. So we haven't seen him in over a year since his diagnosis as a tag team. Uh, and then I know that Luchasaurus got his revenge on Christian afterward. Christian has done Luchasaurus with Luchasaurus, but now that he's back, finally got his revenge back. I'm happy to see him back. But we'll see what happens between those two teams. And next we have the FTR Bandito and the Young Bucks, I think. But as you know, FTR and Ben Budito, they put on the bang against the FTR, and I ain't gonna lie, I honestly thought, well, I know in this qualification, and now they're both in the match. I think they're, oh my gosh, what are you talking about? Wait, but anyway, I just think that I think that Budito will take the win at the against the FTR and the Young Bucks. And yeah, like I said, anything can happen. Um, all right, next we have Hangman versus Adam Page versus MJF for the AEW World Championship. Um, as you know, MJF is on the quest to get to be a two-time AEW World Champion, but Hangman's title reign has just begun already. And I think Hangman and for this, but I think no, but Hangman's title reign has just begun already. As I know, he recently won the AEW World Championship before, but this title reign is his second title reign is much more different than his first reign, because after everything that's happened like years ago with, like I said, this title reign is much more different than his second title reign is more different than his first title reign. So I think Hangman will retain the AEW World Championship. So these are my predictions, and I can't wait for AEW tomorrow. And I think it's gonna be a good main event. And let me know what you think. What happened at AEW Forbidden Door tomorrow? And thank you for joining me. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. And like I said, anything can happen. So have faith, pray, keep washing your hands, and that's all you can do at this point. Just pray on it. And thank you for joining me.